via my email, but for some reason it wasn't loading, so I'm on my phone right now.
Oh, no worries. As long as I can see you and hear you, that's all that matters.
That's all good, all good.
How's it going, man? Whereabouts you based in Europe?
I'm in Amsterdam.
Oh, you're in Amsterdam. Okay,
Yeah. What you say?
the Netherlands.
Yeah,
How long have you been there for?
for my entire life.
Oh, really? That's good. That's
Yeah, I
good.
grew up here.
I think my first boys' holiday was in Amsterdam.
Really?
Yeah, we went there to.
You had a nice time in Amsterdam.
Yeah, we had a decent time. I think it was on my 18th birthday.
Yeah,
I went to smoke and obviously went on a red.
yeah, of course. Everyone that comes here that doesn't live here, they always smoke. That's what Amsterdam is.
You just
Yeah.
gotta do it.
What do you say?
You just got to do it, hasn't it? You're just part of the list of something that you've got to take.
I don't really hear you. I mean, it might be my headphone.
I said it's just something that you've got to do when you go to Amsterdam.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Everyone does it. Everyone.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so let me just explain the car. So I'm just gonna understand what you're doing for drop shipping and just
Yeah,
see what this is offering will be a good fit with. Would that be okay?
of course.
Okay, so yeah, man, tell me how's it been going on with drop shipping, man? What have you been doing?
Well, the last couple of weeks have been not that good. I've had better. I started about a year and a half ago, but kind of on and off, not really 100% focused on it. And this was only organic. I've never done paid ads via Facebook ever. Um, yeah, I've made some sales here and there, and I've made some videos go viral as well, but it wasn't that consistent. And for some reason, every time I tried to scale a product, it didn't work. So, of course, I thought something I was doing was wrong. And none of my friends do organic dropshipping. I don't know anyone that does organic around here because it's not really popular here.
Okay,
So yeah, that's why.
yeah, you mentioned something there about you've scaled and you've got some views. How much views are we talking?
Well, I have multiple videos that have over 1 million, 2 million, 3 million views. On TikTok, I've had over 4 million views on Instagram, and I think over 6 to 7 million views on Facebook as well. And a couple thousand on YouTube, but I'm not really that focused on YouTube, to be honest.
Okay, so how much have you made with all these views?
In the last year, I think around 6 to 7K in total.
In total. Okay, that's
Yeah.
good. That's
So
good.
maybe a little bit more or a little less. It's kind of a reach. I'm not 100% sure.
So what's the okay? I just want to know why do you still continue doing it if you're not still getting results?
Sure. Why what?
Why do you still continue doing it if you're not getting the results? Why do you continue?
Well, because I've seen people getting the results that I want to have. So I just kept on trying and trying, but yeah, it did work a little. So because I did make sales and I did make videos go viral, so that meant that it does work.
Yeah.
But it just wasn't. Yeah, as I already said, it just wasn't like enough. I didn't make that many sales, so I just kept on trying and trying, and then I was the other day I was watching some YouTube videos and I saw TPC Chris, like I think about 6 or 7 months ago, and I think in the first 4 or 5 months of him doing organic dropshipping, he's already made 20x what I made, 30x what I made. So clearly I was doing something wrong, but I just didn't know what it was. And yeah, that's why I'm kind of looking for like a coaching or like a mentorship program.
Okay. Okay. When was that realization? How long has that realization been going on for? That you realized that you need to get a coach, and it's time to get mentorship. How long have you had that thought for?
Well, to be honest, I think only since about 2 or 3 weeks ago, because I was having a conversation with a friend of mine who was also taking a coach, but for paid ads, not organic. And he told me like, yeah, maybe you should do it too, but then for organic. And I was like, yeah, I didn't really think about it earlier, honestly. honest, because it might be like a ego thing.
Yeah.
Ego thing that I think I can do myself, but clearly it just doesn't work out that well. So
Okay.
yeah.
So one thing I got from you is that you mentioned it's not the target you're trying to get to. What target are you trying to get to? That can you help me understand that?
What target?
Yeah, what's the target with dropshipping? How much are you looking to make? Okay, let's say you're
Well, at least 1K days consistently.
Yeah.
Yes,
So let's just say a 30K month. So 1K a day for 30 days. That'll be my main goal for now.
okay. So $30,000 monthly. Okay.
Yeah.
Right now we are a bit far away from that. So
Yeah.
do you think if you continue with what you're doing now, you will get to that target?
Yeah, I think I do, yeah.
So without any mentorship, you think you'll get to $30,000 a month?
Well, to be honest, I think because I'm really gonna focus on organic dropshipping now. So either way, I think I'll still get it, but with a mentorship, it'll surely help like a lot better and move a lot faster.
Increase the process.
Exactly.
Okay. And so I speak to a lot of people who say they want to make $30,000, they want to make $50,000, but what's the reason? Why do you want to make $30,000 a month?
I want to get rich like everyone else. I just want to have the freedom to quit my job and do whatever I want. Want to travel.
What job are you currently doing?
I'm working at the airport.
Airport? Yeah.
Yeah.
You like it unless you're not liking that.
Nah, it's horrendous. I
mean,
want to leave. I've been doing it for I think a little over a year now, and it's all right. You know, it's not bad, and it pays pretty good.
But that's the
Yeah,
thing.
you know.
That's what jobs do. Pay you just enough to not think it's not that bad.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I feel like you've made the first part, jumping on a call with me to explain the tips. So that's good. And what else? So okay, so you don't like your job. What else? What's the reason why you want to make $30,000? I feel like you're adding something for me. What's the reason?
No, just as I said, I just really want to travel and just earn money from my laptop and from my phone, and basically be able to do whatever I want to do. Just not have stress about having enough money to buy something, or I just want a relaxed life.
And find that financial freedom, man. Just simply and just seeing a payment received.
Exactly. Yeah.
And what's your living conditions like? You with your parents?
Yeah, I live with my parents right now.
Okay, how long is it? Do you plan on living with your parents forever? Are you trying to move out?
Nah, I'm planning on moving out next year.
Okay.
It still depends on how much money I'm gonna make. But it is one of my goals to move out in 2026.
Okay, so what about your parents? You got a good relationship with your parents?
Yeah, really good relationship. Yeah.
Sure, you want to pay them back, man, for what they've done for you.
Of course. I want to make them happy.
What's the first thing you tell your parents?
I think I'll take them on a vacation.
Where you take them? Where will you take them?
I'm not sure. Just I haven't really seen that many parts of the world yet, so I'm not really sure where I'll take them, but just somewhere nice where it's warm.
Yeah. What's it called? What was your nationality of your parents? Where are they from?
My mother is Moroccan and my father is Suriname.
It's from where?
So my father is from Suriname
Okay.
and my mother is Moroccan.
Yeah, so I'm guessing they want a hot holiday.
Yeah, of course. They want to relax at the beach.
Yeah, and it'll pay them back for all that you've done for them.
Exactly.
I think it's
exactly.
Well, I like when guys want to make money, but they're not thinking of wasting it on girls. They're thinking about giving it back to their family.
Nah, of course. They spend so much time and money on me, so it's the least I can do.
So can we agree it's time to pay them back and let's take some action, man.
Exactly.
Okay. So what I'm going to do now is the first part of the call, I want to know your situation and just to see because the community is very tight. Tells me I can only take 3 people a month. The month's ending, I've already taken 2 people already. The reason that is because he wants to keep it more of a family. The reason why we
Yeah,
keep it.
yeah.
But what I'm gonna get into the group, so I'm just gonna explain how it all works, the mentorship.
Mhm.
So with the organic demon, it's a one-to-one program. It's a family. So what it is, it's all organic, and it's to build the goal is to build a real brand using Instagram organic. And the reason good about organic and building a real brand, it leads to consistent income. You're not just testing loads of products. You've actually got
Exactly.
and that's what's very good about it. And what's good about the community is when I onboard you today and I put you into the group, it's not a situation where you're just a number and you're just listening to it's just talking, everyone just
Mhm.
speak. We have 2 weekly group calls. So in this weekly group, 2 weekly group calls is an interactive call. So we're speaking to other people actually printing cash and you can get
Mhm.
paid for them. And you can also ask questions. You can be like, guys, um, my views have dropped this week. What happened? And they'll be like, oh, just you didn't do this. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's also a lesson call where we'll share new strategies in real time. So this is like a conference call, and every student is treated individually. So you will have access to quiz. So after this call, when I onboard you, you will have access to quizzes, WhatsApp access, and that's just
Mhm.
whenever you be like, this has not been going well. I've just printed $30,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
In real time you can speak to us, which is very good. I think what I really like about this mentorship is not a situation where you can access the learner. It's just that when he gives you information, you take it. Is whenever you want real time information, you get access, to it,
Right.
which is what I like. Okay, so the support is 24/7 calls, and also yes, this is one thing I wanted to say. There's 3 to 4 personal one-to-one calls every month. So
Mhm.
on a Zoom or a Google Meet with himself, and you just tell where how you're going, what you need to improve, what you're not liking, and if you're getting close to your target. And what is very good about this between those 4 months when you're in that program, this so when we onboard you on, you will have a call with Chris, where Chris will find out where you're currently doing now, what products you
Mhm.
test, what's not going well, and you then tell Chris, I want to make $30,000 a month. After this 4 months, this is what I want to do. Then go back, do his own work, and create a plan on how we will get you to that $30,000 a month.
Mhm.
So it's very structured for you. It's not a thing where you've got to be learning and try and make it fit you. We'll make that plan for you.
Right. Sounds good.
That's basically it. It's just 4 months of being in the community. And if you want to extend, you could just be in a community. You're learning from. Have you
Yeah,
the guy who beat the world record? I don't feel.
Oh yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it. Yeah, he was in Dubai, right?
Yeah, you know what's funny? I
Yeah.
was and what's it called? I was the one that onboarded.
Really?
Yeah, he was just like you, man, like not doing
Yeah. He's done insane numbers.
insane numbers. And that's just listening to Matthew's that's just listening to Chris' strategy and getting
Mhm.
information from other dropshippers in the community. And what's good about it is you have access to this old people in the community. So you can always just send messages to other dropshippers saying, how's it going, man? How's it been with stuff like that?
Right.
So
Right.
it's not only getting mentorship, but being part of a community of dropshippers who you want to be like.
Mhm.
So that's basically what the community is about. Do you have any questions for me about this?
Everything is clear. You're really good at explaining.
Yeah, that's good. I'm happy that you understood everything. And so yeah, really the next stage is come join the community. I think you'd be a great fit.
Yeah. Well, I think so too. I mean, everything is clear and everything was as what I expected it to be.
Yeah.
Um, there was just this one thing that I filled out in the application that was a bit wrong. Um, there was a question that said, "When can you start?" And I think I filled out as soon as possible.
Yeah.
But next month I'll be gone for about 30 days,
Okay.
and I'm not sure if it's um the smartest thing to like go full in right now if I'm not in my hometown. You understand? Because I'm on a vacation.
Not to worry, not to worry. Like I mentioned, I can only take on 3 people a month. But when would you be back? When would you be back?
I'll be back on around 15th, 16th of August.
16th of August. Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. I can just book you in and for a slot, and for August we can start you up. How does that make sense? Would that be appropriate?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So that means you would need to do all these calls again. You already booked a call in, then you can
Right, right.
16th. So 15th of August, obviously you're gonna have a little rest on your back, and the 16th onboarding call with. Does that make sense?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, perfect. So just for me to onboard you on, it's $4,000. Would that be
4,000?
Yeah.
No, that sounds good.
perfect? So if I send the link now, would that be okay? Then I can get you started on the 16th of August.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Let me get the link for you. When next do you work? You work today?
Nah, I'll be working tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay. What's your usual hours?
From 1 p.m. till 9 p.m. mostly, but there are some days that it's a little bit shorter or longer.
Okay. Well, so how many hours do you usually do?
Well, in a week, I work around 30 to 35 hours.
Okay.
On average, it depends. I mean, I can schedule my own working hours. So
After August, we won't be any looking to schedule any hours. We're gonna be rocking it up with dropshipping.
right. Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah. Okay. I've just sent a link to for $4,000 into the group chat. Into the chat.